it's Kelly Ann, and it is a Flossy Friday. Today is April 17th. I'm almost positive. Yes, okay. I have a lot to talk about. This week has been a week. It's probably been the longest week that I've had in quarantine. But everything is fine. Work is fine. Potter is fine. He's across the room. He's been like really skittish today. Not really sure why. But how have you guys been? Like getting a lot of stitching in? How's like everything going for you? Let me know down below because I love having conversations with y'all. But I surprisingly have a lot to show y'all because my plans got foiled this week, you guys, and I'm not mad about it. I don't care. I say it all the time. Like I make these plans and then like things happen, right? Okay, so I'm trying to remember everything. So last week I had started working on my Melissa and the bees, and this is where I left off. I didn't get much more done. I did a little bit more of her dress. This is on a piece of Pictureless Plus 14 count in Huntress. And this pattern is by the Little Stitcher. This one specifically is called Melissa the Beekeepers. So I'm making this into a sampler with two other patterns of hers, and then I have fabric for 2 other bee patterns. So this is a process, you guys. I'm just jumping into it. I have a lot to show, but not a lot of time to record right now. So, anyways, this is super cute. I love working on this. I need to get it out more often, get it back out more often. But that's pretty much every whip, isn't it? Okay, so the other thing, I started this, Marjorie Massey Prairie, with Cassandra this weekend. Did we start it this weekend? I'm pretty sure. Okay. And I started it on a piece of Cimprium from Pictureless Plus. Now, here's my dilemma. One, I think I started a little bit too low. So it is possible I have to pick all this out and restart. That's problem number 1. But whenever I do that, okay, but I did start it. Whenever I do that, I had picked a very like autumnal, jewel toned, very autumnal, jewel toned palette compared to the original palette. However, for giggles, I was on Lady Dot Creates Etsy, and I just picked out for funsies some velveteen that I really liked. And I saw all the colors together, and now I'm conflicted. Because I have this really great autumnal pattern that I love, but I also have, this gorgeous, not autumnal color palette that I also really love with this fabric specifically. So I don't know which one to pick. So let me know down below, like, stop, autumnal or like spring. And I don't know if I'm like drawn to the spring colors right now because, because we all want to go outside. But for some reason I'm drawn to them, but I think both sets of colors look fantastic on this fabric. And I'm just having a hard time. And the fact, like, if I don't have to pick that out, I'm sticking with my current color palette, the jewel tones, the autumnal colors. But if I do, by chance, then I'm really going to be torn on what colors to restart that with. I'm truly going to be torn. So, whenever you message me how you've been doing, and just to say hey to me and Potter, let me know what color palette you think I should do. Spring or autumnal, because both would look fantastic with the pattern. And let me re-show the pattern. Both would look fantastic with this pattern. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. Okay. Oh, what do I want to show next? So much sitting around me. Okay, so I did get to work a little bit more this week on a lunch break on my Let's Stay Home by Satsuma Street. Oh, the Simprium fabric is Pictureless Plus 32 count Lugana. This is Pictureless Plus 32 count linen. So it's not Lugana, it's linen in the color Demoiselle. So it's beautiful blue with like pops of light pastel yellow and pinks. Okay. So I got to work a little bit. I did all of this on a lunch break. So not a whole lot of work, but a fair amount. I almost have another word. I need to work on that a little bit more here and there. It's never ending on what I want to work on and what I actually work on. But I think that's everyone right now, right? I can't be the only one that's like, I don't know what I want to work on. Everything sounds amazing. I also want to start all the things. You know, like that true like cabin fever feeling. I don't, it's not just me. I know it's not, but it's like brain, make up your mind. So, that's this one. I absolutely love this. I want to get more done on this. My goal for next week will at least be to have the rest of the rainbow done and the clouds and the words so that way I can move down and focus on the house. So that's my thought process on that. Okay, so my wheel after working on the beekeepers and after the weekend of working on my LDS, my long dog sampler, was to work on, and I'll get to that, was to work on my frosted pumpkin fruit of the month, which I did work on. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to because the frosted pumpkins Chinese Zodiac started, and I did purchase that Sal, and I really just wanted to start it. I just did. Like, I had this week, I've wanted to start all the things. It's been a real problem. So, this is where this is at. Let me show my little pear and apple. There we go. This is where it's at. I'm currently working on the figs down here. So I did get some work done on these guys. They are farther along. But I will say, they're deceivingly easy looking, but there are so many color changes in this. There's so many color changes. And so they're designed super amazing and super intricate. But this is by the Frosted Pumpkin. I am working on the figs. I have kept this out for right now because I am really enjoying working on it. But I wanted to also work on the Zodiac sampler. So I've kind of, I don't know. I did respin the wheel for next week. However, I don't know yet if I want to change from these two frosted pumpkins yet. I'm not sure. I think I want to finish this month's release of Chinese Zodiac and then work on this a little bit more. I haven't decided. I'm not going to dictate to myself this week what I should stitch. I spun the wheel so I know what I should work on next whenever I decide to change. So that's kind of where I'm at. This is on a piece of Pictureless Plus 18 count Whirlpool. Ada Whirlpool. Beautiful color. I love this color. And I picked this so that way all the colors would super pop off of it, because the one color of the rainbow that is not in this pattern is blue. So all the colors are just like popping off of it. And I want to hang this up in my kitchen, and this color will look fantastic in my kitchen. So that's the other reason. But yeah, this is an amazing club. Super cute. But there's my little figgies. They're waiting for their eyes. Okay. Whew. All right. I did start the Chinese Zodiac, like I just said. I don't have the DMC Etoile, and I didn't want to order it and wait for it, to be quite honest. And working on sparkle fabric is not my absolute favorite thing, and I don't have very much of it left. So I decided, instead of trying to get a toile, I would stitch this on sparkle fabric to use up some of my stash. And also then the whole thing will be sparkly, and I don't necessarily need the etoile. I did also change up a couple of the colors because I didn't have some of them. So this is where I'm at right now. I finished all of the 3 zodiac characters. So the rat, the ox, and the tiger. Personally, the tiger is my Chinese zodiac sign. And I think he's so cute because he's also in blue, which is one of my favorite colors. So I just have the center medallion to finish. So I'm working on that. But this is a piece of 14 count Picture This Plus crystal quartz. So beautiful fabric. I love how much it sparkles. And I love this pattern. I don't remember when the next one comes out. I know it's in May. I think it's like middle of May or like May 8th or something. Somewhere around there. But I absolutely love this. I haven't done a sow like this where you get small chunks at a time in a long time. It's been a couple of years. So I'm excited to start this one. Funny story, me and my mom basically were like attached at the hip my whole life. My whole life that I had my mom with me. And we always thought it was funny because she was a monkey on the Chinese zodiac, and we were supposed to be enemies. And my dad is Year of the Dog, and we were supposed to be best friends. And me and my dad had some communication issues whenever I was growing up. And so it was just always really funny that like me and my mom, anyways, we found it ironic and really funny, like everyone did. And we used to, whenever we'd go to Chinese restaurants, if they had the little like paper descriptions and stuff as like the placemat, we would always take one of them. And I don't know, I still have one. Like a paper printout of one from a restaurant. And so it's just, this is like the type of sow that like I've been kind of like waiting for someone to create, honestly. So I love working on it. And I loved seeing the pumpkins post that like where a lot of the design was inspired from, and like giving descriptions of how to go find YouTube videos to like learn more about the designs and stuff. I think that's so cool. So a lot of time, energy, and thought was put into it, and I absolutely love that. And otherwise, it's just super cute. And I probably will be buying the Year of the Tiger singular one and putting my birth year. Actually, I may buy the dog, the tiger, and the monkey, and making all 3 of ours with our birth years, because I just think that would be really cool. So that is, I had to start that sow as soon as it came out, especially since the tiger was on it. I was like, yep, have to. It's a requirement. Okay, so this weekend I did work on my long dog, and I'm not going to completely take it out of my hoop, but I will expand where I have it folded up so that way you can see it. But I did get a page finish, and I did lightly start on the second page. So this is where I am at. So I have a whole page finish, and then I got to the second page and I worked on the pot for the first set of flowers. I absolutely love these colors, and this is on a 32 count Lugana from Picture This Plus in the colorway Feldspar. It's absolutely stunning. My threads are DMC 930, which is this denim blue color, and JP Coats Coraline. So it's this hot pink. And they just look fantastic on this blue fabric. It's like a gray undertoned blue fabric. Absolutely stunning. And I'm stitching this with Cassandra, and I cannot wait for her to start hers. She's inverting it. So hers will also be on feldspar, but 40 count, so a lot smaller. And where I have pink, hers is going to be DMC 4842, or is it 4240? It's one of the variegateds in the 4,000 range that's like purples and blues, like purples, blues. It's gorgeous. So, and where I have blue, hers is going to be the Coraline, because I sent her some skeins of the Coraline. So we're doing an inverted version of this. And we came up with a hashtag for the inverted Pavane long dogs, and it's hashtag inverted LDS twins. So if you want to follow both of our progress on our LDS on Instagram, you can type in the search inverted LDS twins, and you can follow the hashtag. She hasn't started hers yet, but I think she is in this upcoming week. So right now it's just my photos, but eventually it'll be both of ours. And so you'll get to see us both work on it, and with the inverted colors. It's going to be so cool. So that's everything that I worked on this week. I went crazy, y'all. And then I was gifted a Heaven and Earth design. Somebody wants me to go down the rabbit hole with them, especially since I want to work on my Hade in May. So they gifted me one of my like must-haves from my wish list, and they talked to me about it first, obviously, and asked me which ones I would rather have out of, I think I only have like 10 things on my wish list. So I go through and I cull it out a lot, and I don't add too many. But I said 2 options, and I'm super glad that this one was picked. I need to go through this weekend and pull thread colors and see what I have that is listed, but it is the Mini Titanic's Last Day. I have wanted to stitch the Titanic Hade for a long time. My nails look disgusting. I wanted to stitch the Titanic Hade for a long time, but it just felt very overwhelming. And they have it in a mini, and this feels so much more obtainable. I am also cutting it down. Okay, so it's originally charted to be 355 by 227. Mine is now going to be 201 by 199. So I'm stitching from the top to about 20 rows below the farthest lowest part of the ship, and taking out some of this extra water, and then I'm taking out some of this extra sky and water and like cityscape in the background. Anyways, I'm shrinking it down to where it's just the ship. And I'm going to do it on a 16 count, which will make it 12.5 by 12.5. So I need to go through and see what all threads I have, so that way I can start it. Which means some of these threads I may not even need. Like one of them in here, there's 10 stitches. It's possible I no longer need that color. I don't know. I'm not going to sit through here and make sure every symbol that's on this list is represented. So I've got to go through, pull what I have available, because I do own the entire DMC collection, but majority of it is in my other 58 whips. So I've got to see what I have in my boxes as available, and then I'll possibly do a small purchase of the ones that I need. But I want to go ahead and get started on it. I don't know exactly when, but soon, either before the end of this month or in May, and get started on it. Because I am just so super stoked, and I appreciate the gift so much, and I do not mind going down this rabbit hole with my friend. So I'm really excited about this, and yeah, so this is gonna happen soon. I don't know exactly when. I have a piece big enough of white Aida, but because a good chunk of it is going to be $310 for the ship, I am going to dye the fabric just in case you can see any patches of it, so that way it's not as blatantly stark white, kind of like what I did with my other Haid, since she was 50% $310. So there is that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I'm really excited to start this, and I appreciate the gift so much. So I'm going to pull these this weekend and figure out what all I possibly need and get that ready to go. Oh my Lanta, that is it, you guys. I mean, that's enough, right? Okay. I hope that everyone is doing well this week. There's so much to watch on Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, YouTube, regular TV. There's so much to watch. So I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you commenting down below and having conversations with me or DMing me on Instagram. I really super enjoy talking with you guys. And I just hope everyone is doing okay, getting in your mental health relaxation, whatever you do to, you know, stay mentally sane for yourself, stitching, all of that. And again, thank you to everyone who is an essential worker, going out there and doing everything that you're doing right now. But other than that, you guys, I love you all. I hope that you're staying safe and healthy and sane and stitching. And I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.